Yo, it's your boy GT here from the Gangster Times. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit me up on Instagram, which is gangstertimes_official, and on my Snapchat, type in the search box Gangster Times. A bank inside man who provided customer account details to a team of conmen who fraudulently obtained thousands of pounds of goods, including a jet ski, luxury watches, expensive jewellery, and a catsuit, has been jailed. Bilal Abbas betrayed his position of trust at Santander by passing on details of a series of customers to Umair Memon for him and Jordan Hamilton Thomas to use as part of a sustained scam. Companies in Newcastle, Gateshead and around the country were targeted by the fraudsters, who bought items using the card details of unsuspecting bank customers. Newcastle Crown Court heard the £90,000 fraud left businesses who were later told the transaction had been fraudulent out of pocket, and those who had had their details stolen were left feeling stressed and inconvenienced. Police said pictures were seized from the fraudster's phone that showed them enjoying extravagant holidays and showing off expensive jewellery funded by their scam. Now the trio, who may have been working with others, have been jailed after admitting conspiracy to defraud between 2017 and 2019. Nick Lane prosecuting said the conspiracy functioned through Abbas using his position at Santander Bank to obtain details of account holders and their card numbers, which he then provided to Memon. Memon then used those details to purchase goods, including luxury watches and a jet ski. He would collect them or get Hamilton Thomas to collect them. They targeted a number of jewellers to acquire items including Rolex watches and diamond and gold jewellery. But they bit off more than they could chew at David Summerfield jewellery shop in the Metro Centre, where suspicions were raised after 3 visits by Hamilton Thomas and the police were called. When Hamilton Thomas turned up to collect his items, including a £6,000 watch, a police officer was waiting. He pushed over the officer and fled. But CCTV showed he had arrived with Memon in a black VW Golf, and Memon was found to still be in the shopping centre and was arrested by the officer who had been assaulted. One of the lowest, and check this out guys, one of the lowest value items they got was a wet look catsuit from a shop. I don't know whether it was for them or the missus. So Mr. Lane said cardholders whose details were used were reimbursed but were left feeling distressed and anxious. The businesses also suffered, with one Newcastle-based artificial grass firm having to rely on loans from friends and family as a result of that and other frauds on it. So Abbas of Keighley, Memon of Shipley and Hamilton Thomas of Leeds all admitted conspiracy to defraud. Abbas and Memon pleaded guilty on the basis the loss or potential loss was £90,000, while Hamilton Thomas admitted a loss of £83,000. Memon also admitted an unrelated charge of dangerous driving, and Hamilton Thomas admitted assaults with intent to resist arrest. So Abbas was jailed for 2 years, Memon was jailed for 27 months with a 12-month road ban after his release, and Hamilton Thomas was jailed for 26 months. Recorder David Gordon said the business involved suffered not mere inconvenience but considerable upset, and the Santander customers whose card details were used were left distressed. The judge said the trio used an entirely innocent people's bank account details to obtain extremely valuable items. He told the men, "You, Bilal Abbas, worked for the Santander Bank. You had worked for them around 10 years and you was in a position of considerable trust. You were able to access the private financial details of the clients of that bank. What you did was indeed to do exactly that, to deliberately obtain the credit card and debit card details of customers of Santander Bank. You passed those details on to Umair Memon, and you and Memon, together with Jordan Hamilton Thomas, used those details at various retail outlets." The judge said this was a high-value enterprise carried out methodically. You targeted high-value goods. So the defence for Abbas, Ian Hudson, said he was of previous good character and had an unblemished 10-year career at Santander before this. He added he expresses remorse and references emphasise this is an offence out of character. The legal team for Memon, Jessica Heggie, said he was in substantial debt at the time of the offending and added that his family are ashamed. And the defence for Hamilton Thomas, Safdar Salam, said he had financial difficulties at the time and had got a new job. So after the case, Detective Constable Patrick Norton said this was a large-scale scam that has left businesses in our region and across the country thousands of pounds out of pocket. Bilal Abbas in particular had been in a position of trust, and he had abused that position to target those customers whose details he was employed to protect. There is a degree of sophistication to the scam, but once we began to uncover the frauds, it was clear that Abbas was leaking confidential information. It became clear they had been living a high life at the expense of their victims and showed no remorse for those businesses that had been left out of pocket. I'm delighted that they are now behind bars and will face the consequences of their actions. So a Santander spokesperson said Santander actively assisted the police with their investigation, and we are pleased to see the perpetrators brought to justice. So when photographs were recovered from one of the gang's phones, it showed them enjoying a lavish lifestyle. They were having holidays in Spain, in the Spanish resort of Marbella, Puerto Banús, shopping at designer stores Versace and Dolce & Gabbana, flaunting wads of cash, and even pouring pink champagne and vodka over Rolex watches. When I mentioned that Abbas had worked for Santander for 10 years, he actually worked as a fraud advisor, and he was the first point of contact for customers raising fraud on their accounts. That's one of the things that the judge picked out on, because he said Abbas was stealing from the very people he was employed to protect. So guys, what do you think of the sentencing? All three of them got 2 years or a little over 2 years. Do you reckon that's a deterrence? Guys, I've always said greed is a curse. And you've probably heard of this story, but once there was a dog and he was hungry and he stole a piece of meat. He ran away and then he reached the stream. When he reached the stream, he saw his own reflection in the water. He thought that there was another dog with a piece of meat. He wanted to get another piece, so he opened his mouth to get it, and in the end, he lost his own piece of meat. So the moral is greed is a curse, and that's essentially what happened here. Because the reason why that business grassed up Hamilton Thomas was because he visited their store 3 days in a row to purchase Rolex watches. One bit of advice I'd give all you guys: be content with what you have. Stay loyal, stay humble. And guys, I just want to say a big thank you and a big respect going out to each and every one of you that are subscribed to this channel and watches my videos. You guys are the best because you're always showing encouragement and always supporting me. And that's the main reason why I love doing this, because of the support I get from you guys. Don't get me wrong, it's a long hard slog making these videos, researching, making sure that the information is correct. But it makes it all the worthwhile when I get the love and support from you guys. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. And on every one of my videos, just smash the like. If you're new watching my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Please share my videos on social media, on whatever platform you're on. And day by day, I'm always trying to make little improvements. I know myself, I'm not the finished article, I'm far from it. But with your support, I'll get there. So once again, thank you very much. It's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real. You get me.